Hello everyone, my name is Rakesh Suryavanshi. Today in this video, we are going to learn how do you automate your Microsoft Azure infrastructure with the help of Terraform. The objective of this course to discuss the concept of Terraform and how do you use the Terraform to write your infrastructure with Azure. So if you are a beginner, want to learn how to start using the Terraform, or if you have some knowledge but want to learn more advanced features in Terraform, this is the video for you to start exploring more about the Terraform. Without getting further delay, let's start the discussion. This slide is about introduction to the Terraform. As we know, Terraform is the infrastructure as a code capability or the language which helps you to write your infrastructure as a code. First of all, understand why do we need the infrastructure as a code. Back in the days when you receive the requirement for your project, you document those requirements, and by referring those documents, you provision the infrastructure through some manual steps by following the documents, right? Now, using the manual step, even though with the help of documentation, there are chances of getting the human error, and that's where the lack of consistency comes into the picture and your client needs more accuracy, and that is where the demands of the automation comes into picture, and everybody has started requesting for more and more automation. And that is where when the application started getting deployed to the cloud infrastructure like AWS or Azure or any other cloud provider, the more of a request from the vendors or from the clients to these cloud providers, how do you provide the capabilities of automating these infrastructure with the help of the automation tool or some kind of APIs, which they are calling it as an infrastructure as code. So every cloud provider basically has their own set of APIs to provision the infrastructure. For example, the Azure has the automation API is called the ARM template or Azure Resource Manager template. These are the REST APIs basically provided by Azure, which you can invoke to provision the Azure infrastructure onto the Azure portal with the help of these APIs. Similarly, in the AWS or Google provider, you have their own APIs which you can invoke. On top of that, now you have the tools like Terraform. The reason for having the advantage of Terraform over the APIs like ARM, because Terraform provides the more user-friendly, manageable way of writing the code. It is more easy to understand by a person who even don't understand the code. For example, let's say a network administrator who don't have any idea about the code, but looking at the Terraform code written in the HashiCorp language, they would be able to understand what basically a developer or the Terraform developer is trying to do while writing any sort of automation here. See, basically adopting a Terraform doesn't require the high skills to understand the code. That's the main advantage. Why do you need why the Terraform is to set up the Terraform on your machine. Obviously you need the Terraform exe to be installed on your machine, but apart from that, I would prefer to have some other tools. For example, for this particular demonstration, we are going to use the GitHub. So I have the GitHub account created, which I'll be using for committing my code or managing my source code lifecycle. Next, we need the git CLI command, which we are going to use to manage our source code, git push and pull and my check-in checkout basically. And then we need the IDE tool for managing the IDE, even though you can write the Terraform in the Notepad, but I prefer to use one of the widely used IDE, which is Visual Studio Code provided by Microsoft. So we are going to use IDE, which is Microsoft Azure, which is freely available for download. And the last, we need the Azure CLI. As we are working in the Azure Azure infrastructure. So we are going to use Azure CLI because CLI will offer us to run the Terraform from our local machine without using any other authentication mechanism. So I'm going to use my own credential to run the Terraform, and to do that I'll need the Azure CLI. So we'll use the different ways of authenticating with Terraform, but CLI is the main thing which we are going to use across the session basically. So let's begin. So you can download the Git from this URL. The link I'll be posting in the description, which is git-scm.com/download. You can download the Azure CLI from the Microsoft official documentation website. You just search the download Azure CLI, then download the latest version. Then same, you can download the Visual Studio Code. Again, it's free depending upon the operating system you are using, whether it is Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. You can download it free. It's available across the different platform. And then yes, I have my GitHub account where I'm posting this particular code which we are going to provision. Okay, all the links I'll be posting in the description. So now next thing, we need the Terraform installation. So first thing we need to do is Terraform and then search for download. And once you search for the download, you go to the official website of terraform.io, and here you will find the Terraform version. So if you are working on a project which is using Terraform old, not the latest version, so you can see that the latest version is 14.9, 0.14.9, which is latest as of today, and it's highly possible that these versions will be changing by the time you are watching this video. So if you are using any specific older version, you can use this hyperlink and find any older version which your project is using for your development. So considering we are going to use the latest version of the Terraform, let's go ahead and download the latest version on Windows. So I'll click on the Windows, I'll choose the 64-bit of Terraform. I'll click here, and that will download a zip file on my machine to run the setup of the Terraform. So I'll open the download file, unzip the setup. So once the setup is unzipped, you can post this particular exe to the location. Let's say you can put it on any locations basically. So let's say I would like to use the latest version, so I'll replace the next thing. What you would like to do is set up the execution path. So copy this particular path, go to the environment variable, search for environment env, and then here in the environment of variables, make sure you have the path set up for your Terraform. So if I'll go to the edit, and here you need to set up your path basically. So you can see that I have the path already set up. If you do not have the path for your Terraform, then you just want to add new and then set up the path like this. That's the only thing you need. Next, I'm going to install the Visual Studio Code. So I have already downloaded the latest version of Visual Studio Code. So this is what I'm going to install. Run the installation. So the Visual Studio Code setup is completed, and now I can open the Visual Studio Code. So this is my Visual Studio Code setup. So there are some extensions which I have already installed, so which you might want to install. For example, I have the Azure account extension which we need to install. Then we have the Azure Terraform extension which I have installed. I will also recommend to install the HashiCorp extension for running the Terraform, and then use some other extension like Code Formatter, and if you like this theme, then use this RenGlow to manage the theme as well. This is what the installation you require, and again you run the Azure CLI and other. That's about the installation. Now to verify the installation, let's open the command panel terminal. If you're using Visual Studio Code, you can run the terminal, new terminal, or you can use, if you're using Windows, use the Windows @ sign. and your terminal will be open. You can verify the Terraform installation by running the Terraform command. So let's run the Terraform command. Terraform dash, let me just make it bigger so that we have the clear visibility. Terraform dash version, and we can see the command is responding with the latest version of the Terraform which we have installed on this machine. So this is how our installation is completed, and we are ready to use the Terraform.